This product isn't targeted at everyone. HIFIMAN has a specific target user in mind. However, anyone can buy this. People that are interested in this product already know about IEMs, and they more than likely have one or two DAPs. If you fancy a bit of a rabbit hole, Google either of those terms and just enjoy the ride. This product is made for people that already know about IEMs and DAPs and want the best possible sound for their money. And I'm assuming people that won't flinch at a $4.99 USD price tag. This is the HIFIMAN Svanar. This is the HIFIMAN Svanar wireless. For some reason, I find this impossible to say. And so I'm going to just call it this IEM, and hopefully you can follow that along because I can't get this word out. But let me try. Svanar. Svanar? There's no way I'm going to get that right. Anyway, this is a high-end R2R DAC ANC true wireless system with topology technology. This new wireless earbud has a bunch of cool tech implemented, like an R2R Himalaya DAC section and a topology driver driven by a separate headphone amplifier module. HIFIMAN uses a bunch of acronyms and the verbiage describing this product, and admittedly, I had to Google a bunch of them just to make sense of what I was getting and what I would eventually be reviewing. So allow me to pay that forward here. For the uninitiated, R2R refers to a type of DAC, and you can Google R2R DAC if you want to nerd out on the actual specification of that. LDAC is high definition, and it enables the transmission of high-res audio over Bluetooth, even up to 990 kilobytes per second. A topology diaphragm is a diaphragm that uses a nanoparticle coating on its surface. ENC is environmental noise cancellation. ANC is active noise cancellation, and with this, it identifies noise and then sends a reverse signal to reduce noise by up to 35 dB or minus 35 dB. Yeah, that. IPX5 is water resistance, and that means that these earbuds can take up to a low pressure water stream directly and still function. The signal chain is as follows. Goes in through Bluetooth, then to the R2R DAC, then to the amplifier, and then to the headphone driver. Between the DAC and the amplifier, and this is per bud, it goes DAC, then buffer, low pass filter, and then amplifier. Cool. Frequency response is 10 Hz to 35 kilohertz. Total harmonic distortion is this number right here. Maximum power is this number. It's Bluetooth 5.2, but it's backward compatible to 5.0, and I assume the older Bluetooths, but I haven't tested that. It supports up to 24-bit 96 kilohertz. Battery life is 7 hours with 28 hours of battery life in the case. Battery life in hi-fi mode is 4 hours, ANC mode is 6 hours, and transparency mode is 7 hours. The charging case weighs 83.7 grams, and the single head, that sounds disgusting. The earbud, each earbud is 8 grams, so pretty light. It also has USB-C, it's DAC embedded, transmission distance is 15 meters. I left my phone upstairs in my bedroom. I went down to the basement, the earbud still worked, so I'd say that's pretty good. Oh, this one's huge. There's no app. So you buy these, you unbox them, you stick your earbud of choice on them, you stick them in your ears, and you just start listening. I really dislike having an app for every new product that comes in. Just work. And this one just works. Also, and if you're wondering, it comes with 8 pairs of silicone tips, so you're kind of covered off. Touch controls are as follows. Double click the left and right earbuds to rewind the previous track. Touch the left or right earbud to pause and play. Triple click to skip to the next track. Double click to answer or end a call. Press and hold for 3 seconds to reject a call. I admittedly do this one all the time. Sorry, people that call me. Press and hold the left earbud to switch to noise cancellation modes. Press and hold on the right earbud for 3 seconds for AI voice assistant, but your device needs to support this. These look unlike any other earbud that I've gotten my hands on. From the unorthodox earbud design to the angular case. The case makes me feel like I'm smuggling diamonds every time I pull that thing out. The case is actually made from a textured resin, and the case, I didn't mention this, and not only does it have USB-C, it also has wireless charging, so it's kind of a great case. The earbuds also feature a carbon fiber finish on the part that goes into your ears. One of the best things about this product is that there's no app, and that means there's no pain point in setting this up, unless connecting Bluetooth is somehow a pain point. But for me, it was super easy. And just like my AirPods, this stays connected to my phone all the time. Like the other day, I got a call and I just had trouble answering because I didn't have the earbuds in and it was still connected to my Bluetooth. So as far as a rock solid connection goes, I mean, I can't ask for any better than that. I use this mainly with my iPhone 13 mini and my near geriatric MacBook Pro. The only high-res files that I personally own are the WAV files I downloaded from Beatport for drum and bass, and then the rest of the time I used Spotify and Apple Music. I think that I have unusually small ear holes because whenever it comes time for me to get an in-ear monitor into my ears, it takes an unreasonable amount of time. And, I grab the smallest ear tip possible, I jam it into my ear, and it normally takes me a few minutes. And then I got a good enough fit, but it's not like the super snug fit that if you read other reviews that people seem to get. And therefore, most in-ear monitors for me are not gym worthy. I prefer over-ear headphones for that. When it came time to using them at the gym, I felt pretty crappy about sweating all over these earbuds, so I tried to refrain from doing that. But whenever I was doing something really active, like running on a treadmill, or if I wasn't vertical, like lying on a bench press or a leg press, that the left earbud would slowly get loose and eventually I'd catch it on its way out of my ear. So for my specific use case, and this grain of salt, because I'm sure not everyone has the same ear tips or the ear canal that I do. I mean, some of those tips I couldn't even get into my ear. So anyway, I'm sure not everyone has the same problem as me. So, I don't know, grain of salt. These sound great to me. They sound great to me. I emphasize that last point because if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I don't really prefer a flat sound signature. I like a slight U-curve to my sound. I like a bit of risen bass. I like a sparkly treble. And these provide me that sound. They provided me that sound out of the box. They provided me this sound the entire time I've had them. I love the way these sound. And it's worth mentioning because, again, if you want the flattest sound signature, these may not be for you. It emphasizes the bass just enough and keeps the top end sparkly to make a really enjoyable listening experience. The mid-range isn't recessed either. It's great for like those lush, warm-sounding synths and amazing vocals. Love this. Listening to Enclosure from Bungle, it's one of my favorite songs from this past year. I've played this song first on every new product that I've gotten in-house. I absolutely love the song. And with these in-ear monitors, it's an all-enveloping sound field. I'm treated to all the bass, really good kicks and snares, really lush synths. I love this song with these in-ear monitors. Can't go wrong. And there is good bass there, but it's not boosted bass. Like when I talk about like that U-shaped curve, it's more in like the upper bass. There's a bit more texture. You know how there's like, I guess for electronic music, there's like the sub bass and then there's that texture bass they kind of put on top. That's a little more amplified within these, I find, and I enjoy that. But conversely, if you play something like Fade Into You from Mazzy Star, where there's no sub bass in that song, I'm treated to beautiful, sweet vocals, amazing instrumentation, again, that nice all-enveloping sound field. It feels like I'm listening to a really loud system at home, like with my speakers pointed at me. Like it's that kind of sound. I really love it. I mean, pretty much everything I played through these sounded great. I didn't have an issue at all. These go really loud too. I never even came close to max volume. I kept it about like 75% on my phone. Really, really loud. The microphone, it works. I used it to make Zoom calls. I had no problem hearing other people. People had no problem hearing me. That's about as stable as it gets. Worked well. There is a little bit of latency, but I figure that's just like the Bluetooth latency. I noticed it with VLC and QuickTime. I didn't really notice it on YouTube. I wonder if YouTube's doing something with that, like they mitigate it somehow. I also noticed it trying to use Ableton, though I almost always use wired headphones if I'm using Ableton just because like it's frustrating if you're trying to make music on and there's latency involved. Ugh. I have read online some of the complaints about the shorter battery life, like 4 hours in hi-fi mode. People said that's not enough. Now, I understand that I am not the target demo for this product. Like I'm not keeping these in my ears for 4 hours straight. 2 hours is sort of the max for me. And then I take them out, put them back in their case, let them charge back up, and then I pop them in again. I also never took a long flight where I needed longer than 7 hours battery life at one go. So if that's you and that's how you use these, then that would be a caution. However, if you're a lighter user like me, that's more than enough battery charge. So these are great sounding in-ear monitors, and if you value sound quality above all else, I encourage you to give these a shortlist. I think you might consider these to be a steal. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Cheers.